What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. If you could leave a like, subscribe, and comment on this video, I would love that. And basically, I'm just showing you my journey and what's going on in my life and how I'm getting to where I need to be. So this video, if you read the title, of course, it's going to be 5 ways you can kill your procrastination, or in my case, beat analysis paralysis. Let's go into step number 1, or the first way you can try to kill that procrastination. You're going to create a game plan. And I'm going to use a sports reference for this. You don't just walk onto the court, walk onto the field without going over the plays and understanding what's going on the offense and the defense, right? So in that case, what I would do is, let's say I have an X amount of people I want to call, X amount of sales I want to hit, X amount of this. I might not know exactly how I'm going to get there, but I do know what actions I'm going to take in order to get there. And I'm going to write down, okay, I got to call 100 people. I'm going to do 25, 25, 25, 25. Or if that's too much, let's do 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You know, break that down, 25. Let's do that 4 times. That's 100 people. I want to make 100 offers. Same thing, same process. Break it down into small little tasks, because that's just going to make it a lot easier on you. The second way you can kill procrastination is going to exercise. I'm not saying go into the gym and be the world's strongest man. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying go for a walk, go for a jog. You know, do something that's gonna cause that blood flow to start going, and it's gonna reach every part of your body. You're gonna feel a lot better afterwards. Even if exercise isn't your thing, do 5 push-ups, do 5 sit-ups. You know, do something that's gonna stimulate the blood flow. And honestly, I think that boosts creativity in my case. I don't know about everyone else's case, but in my case, it boosts my creativity. When I'm exercising, I feel 1,000 times better. If I wake up in a bad mood, I go to the gym, I feel amazing afterwards. So, like I'm saying, that's the second way that I would use to kill procrastination. The third way, switch up your routine. Humans are naturally creatures of habit, and I know I fall for this all the time. I use certain ways to get to work. I like certain foods, so I essentially create a routine without realizing it. I like sandwiches from some certain spots. So what I would do if I started procrastinating on a heavier level is I would switch up my routine. Like, I would go straight towards, okay, I wake up at this time, why don't I go wake up at that time? Oh, I gotta go to work at this time? Why don't I go a little earlier so that way I can have more time to figure out what I want to do today? Or, yeah, I like food from here, but let me try over here, just in case here is a little better than there, you know? Just switching it up. You know, your taste buds change a lot, your interests change a lot, so switching it up, you never know what you'll find you like versus what you dislike. And honestly, switching it up is the best way to determine that factor. Alright, let's go on with the fourth way to figure out how to beat procrastination, beat analysis paralysis. The fourth way is going to be treat yourself. Do something for yourself. You could do a spa day. Male, female, doesn't matter. You can go get a haircut, get your hair blown out, whatever the case, and do something that's going to make you feel good. I understand going out to dinner alone might feel a little weird at first, but if you're not comfortable being alone, you might have a harder time adapting the older you get. I'm only 22, and I learned how to be alone at 16, and I'm not saying it as like a sad thing. I'm saying it as a sense of counting on people all the time might not work best for you. Oh, I want to go here, but I gotta ask 1, 2, 3, 4 if they want to go. Not everyone thinks the same, so you know, eventually I got tired of canceling plans, and I just started doing it by myself. People call me, where you at? Oh, I'm eating dinner. Who you with? I'm by myself. Oh, that's a little weird. It's weird to you, but to me it's fine. I could do this. Like, this is what I do. Alright, so enough about that. The fifth way, and I think the most crucial way, it's a psychology trick, would be to trick your mind into doing something in smaller increments. Like doing something in a smaller, let's say dose. Yeah, doing something in a smaller dose. So take a big task like, let's say, what's a good example? Okay, I can go back to my wholesaling as an example. Let's say there's 100 people I gotta call, there's 200 people I gotta call, or I pull a list of 400 people. Now, 400 people for one person, unless they're doing a automatic dialer and anything like that, that's a lot, right? So I trick myself. Maybe I should do 10 people within the next 2 or 3 hours. Next 10 people 10 people. So I'm doing smaller doses, but I'm getting that number down. Slowly but surely it's coming down, right? So that number is getting lower and lower, and I'm tricking my mind to do something. I essentially dislike reading. Like, the last book I read before I started reading last year was in the 7th grade. It was called The Outsiders. I loved the book. I watched the movie. I loved it. But that book was essentially like the first book I picked up from 7th grade up until me entering college. So you could see how long that was without a book. Now, don't get it twisted. I was still reading and stuff. I just wasn't reading book material. I would read blog posts or Reddit posts or stuff online and stuff, and create my own little story. I've tried reading online on the PDF versions on the Kindle. It doesn't feel the same. I used to hate the texture of books, and I grew to love it. I grew to understand. I try to hear the author's voice while I'm reading it. So like, if the author documented his journey, or if the author has an audiobook, I would go for the audiobook. That works for me. But what I would do now, when I first started, I said, let's say a book has 220 pages, right? I would divide that down into 5 or 7. So 220, let's say 210, 7 days, right? Now I know how many pages I have to read per day. Now when it comes time to read, I'm like, man, I really don't want to read this book. But I have this amount of time, so let me figure out which way I could read this. And then I would tell myself, let's just read 5 pages. Back of my mind, I know I have to read 30 pages, but 5 pages doesn't seem like a lot compared to 30. So I would start with those 5 pages, and I was like, oh, that's not bad. That went fast. Let me do 5 more, right? Doing 5 more, and then the book's starting to get interesting, because once you get past like that first stage, the book starts to get interesting depending on what you're reading. If this is class material and you're not into it, this might not work for that. But if this is something you're interested in, or a task you're interested in doing, you just don't have the energy or time, definitely break it down in small doses, and you will have a better outcome for that. So right there, those are my 5 ways that I would kill procrastination. Now I could go in depth on this, but I'm pretty sure I got to the point. I'm not trying to have you guys all tied up on YouTube talking about, oh, you're taking too long to explain a simple process. So that's the way I do it. Those are my 5 ways. They work for me. I used to hate going to the gym, and I don't know, one day I woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the gym. I've been at the gym consistently now, almost going on 2 months, and I don't go very often. I work, almost all day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I do stick in the gym. I try to do 2 hours or an hour and a half or an hour, depending on the workout. It really doesn't matter how long you're in there. It matters what you're doing while you're in there. It doesn't matter how long you're doing something. It matters what you're doing while you're doing something. So that's what that comes down to. Someone could be doing something all day and still got nothing done, So I'm going to catch you guys on the next one, and look forward to future videos. If you could leave a comment, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications just to get updated when I upload videos. And yeah, it was nice talking to you guys.